Today I have two most popular SUVs from Mercedes-Benz, GLC and GLE. I'll help you decide which one you should get with comparison of packages, equipment, and your lease payments in the end of this video. Let's do it. So both GLE and GLC have their own competitors. GLE competes with BMW X5 and Audi Q7, maybe Lexus RX, and GLC competes with BMW X3, Audi Q5. You got the idea. But some of you might even compare these two models because you're very loyal to Mercedes-Benz, and the size of the car might not be a priority to you. So let's start with the GLE. By the way, two models are 2025 year models. GLE doesn't have a lot of updates on 2025 year model. We have few new colors. We have the update that now they don't come standard with the all-wheel drive. By the way, this car doesn't have the all-wheel drive. And both of these models that I have in the video kind of more on the base side. So I thought it's best to show you these two cars because they both kind of on the base side, so you get an idea what you get for the least money spent on each model. So both of them have similar engine, actually the same engine, producing 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Let me show you the engine in GLE. It's interesting that Mercedes-Benz decided to put the same engine in GLE and GLC. So it looks the same in the GLC. Although you do get better fuel efficiency in a GLC. It's 31 on the highway, 26 combined, and 23 in the city. You will get actually the same mileage in the city in this GLE like in a GLC, but slightly better highway MPG in a GLC. So if you drive a lot on highway, you probably want to get this car right here. Front is similar unless you get the AMG line. AMG line is an upgrade on both cars, and here's the AMG line look on a GLC. But both cars have this base look in the front. Guys, if you see any value in this video, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and reach out to me if you like any of these cars or you need help, any assistance with Mercedes-Benz whatsoever. I'll be happy to help, and we ship cars to every state with the 360 view camera. So this is not the camera. If you get the exclusive line package on GLC, you'll get that. And parking sensor standard on GLC as well as GLE, but on the other hand, GLE has this front camera and bird view camera standard. So that's one thing that you get standard on a GLE versus GLC. And in general, GLE has more standard features. That's your side cameras. Mirrors will fold in when you lock the car, and both GLC and GLE have the blind spot detectors. The Windows sticker says that the base price is $61,000 before the add-ons. I see that this car has the upgraded wheels. These are 20-inch wheels on this car. These are non-AMG wheels with all-season tires. That's the largest non-AMG wheels available. To get some of the bigger wheels, like we have 21 and 22-inch in a GLE, you would have to opt in for that AMG line package, which costs you about $3,500. So then we have destination fee, but there is about $10,000 of difference between GLE and GLC. Both cars have keyless access standard, so you just tap here to lock the car. This car has the black paint, also available in black, obsidian black metallic for an extra cost. In 2024, Mercedes GLE had the update where they made GLE standard with all-wheel drive, but not anymore in 25. They removed it. This one doesn't have the tow hitch, but it's available. It has good towing capacity, about 7,000 pounds. That's another difference between GLC and GLE, that you won't be able to tow as much with the GLC. Here's your trunk space that comes standard with the spare tire, and GLE, unlike GLC, is available for a third row upgrade. And let me show you the space in the back. We have a little bit more space for passengers in the back compared to, let's say, X5 or a Range Rover Sport or even Audi Q7. So that's the advantage of Mercedes GLE over competitors, but also over GLC. You have slightly less space, so if you have kids in the back, that's probably fine, but getting them in and out with the car seat could be a little bit easier in the GLE. And this one here comes standard. It comes actually optional with 4MATIC, but just like GLE, it comes standard with rear-wheel drive or two-wheel drive. So for those that live in snow states, it's best to get the all-wheel drive. We can fold the seats here, a feature that you don't have in a GLE. And this car here comes with the panorama, which is glass roof. So that's another difference between GLE and GLC. GLE comes standard with the moonroof. Let me show you the moonroof and take a look at the layout of things here. And then in a GLE, you have standard moonroof, which is not your panorama, but you can get a panorama for $1,000 upgrade, for $1,000 extra, and $1,500 extra in GLC. So here we have a little bit different layout compared to GLC, but GLC a little bit ahead of GLE with the technology. It has MBUX software 3 generation, where in this car it's second generation of MBUX. So certain things like digital key will be available only in GLC. You have fingerprint edit in 2025. That's a minor update. And in 2025, GLE also offers some very expensive exterior colors like silicon gray, and very expensive interior colors like crazy blue color. But overall, they're very similar. It's just different screen, and I think GLE will have GLC type of screen in the future. But overall, in a GLE, like I said, you get a little bit more standard features. For example, navigation is standard in the GLE, and it's not standard in the GLC, or moonroof. So 360 view camera. You don't get standard upgrade sound system in the GLE. So that's part of the exclusive package, as well as your ventilated seats. But overall, they're very similar. However, you will get better driving experience, even though it's the same engine. In a GLE, it's a longer car. It's about 8 inches longer. You have more space in a GLE, and you'll have a more quiet ride as well in a GLE due to this car being higher class. So now let me start the GLC. So newer software, as I mentioned. And I think that little things like the key fobs will give away GLC being a little bit more updated compared to GLE. Let me show you GLC key. Here's the GLC key. That's the latest generation of key fob from Mercedes, and versus the GLE key. So that's another small thing. And This car doesn't have the 360 view camera. That's standard in a GLE and not in a GLC. However, they both park itself, so you can just tell the car to search for a parking space here, and it will start scanning the space around you. I think GLC is a great value if you are not concerned about the size of the car that much and you want to get the best for your money. I think GLC is the way to go. I wish Mercedes-Benz would make 6-cylinder standard in a car like a GLE. However, it's much better if you drove a GLE 4 years ago and you make your conclusions based on your experience 4 years ago. Please don't drive the new GLE. It's now mild hybrid engine, which is the new generation of Mercedes-Benz engines, where you have this electric boost integrated into the engine to help eliminate the turbo lag and the fuel efficiency. And overall experience in the GLE now much better than 2021, 22, and 23, because GLE was refreshed with a new engine in 24. So be sure to drive that car. And it's just better experience for the size of the engine in a GLC, being smaller car than GLE. I think it's perfect setup. I just don't see a better competition, better car than GLC, and I could look for different cars. I mean, it's tough to say, being, you know, in my role of representing Mercedes-Benz, but I kind of see why would someone go to BMW, because BMW offers a stronger engine, but obviously Mercedes has its own benefits, such as, you know, luxury component of this, and etc., etc. But I think GLC is a stronger car on the market, and it also has better programs. So let's look at those programs right now.